Hey guys, welcome back to another video on solo leveling rise. Black Thunder here. So before we jump onto the main video, let's cover this quick. As you know that Netmarble Creator Plus program is going on, so you can support me for free codes. Like shout out to all the supporters. I'm really grateful for all of your support. And if you want the codes as soon as possible, so I'm your guy. Like I send the codes as soon as possible whenever they come and whenever they get approved, so I send it your way. And not only that, if you cannot like open the Netmarble site or support any creator because of your location or network issues, so you can join my Discord. The link is also in description along with Netmarble Creator Plus program. In my Discord, there is a channel of loose codes where I post the codes and you can easily copy paste them if you cannot for some reason support any creator. So now coming back to the main video. So this video will be for the upcoming workshop Rockpasa. I know there is plenty of time. It is coming in Feb, but still we will see some patterns that might help you make up your mind and what elements to go for, because we will also predict the elements that will be like week to new workshop. So for that we have to directly go into the workshop and then see the pattern. Like there are three stages or four stages. Like we have to start with Vulcan, only then you can understand better. We won't see the elements, we just have to see how the stages works. So here in Vulcan, first thing is like Cerberus, which was the entrance boss. So second stage is like 25F, and finally the boss himself on 50F Vulcan. So if you look closely, there are three stages. So you have to keep this pattern in mind. Like whenever there are three stages, so for the final boss there will be two fights. First you have to battle with SJW, and secondly you have to do it with hunters. Like Serbi was SJW fight, then 25F was Hunter fight, and then you have to defeat Vulcan with both, like SJW, and then it is converted into Hunter. So you have to keep that in mind. Like three stages overall, and if there are three stages, so you have to fight the last boss two times. Now I'll just return and go to the Baron. So if we see Baron, so he had four stages. Like first was Metus, and it was a Hunter fight. Then second was SL, which is like a SJW fight. Then came Kaisel, which is again a Hunter fight. And then finally the boss himself, Baron, which you have to fight with SJW. So since there are four stages here, so there is no Hunter fight for Baron. You just have to defeat him with SJW, and there's that. So you can imagine like if there are more than three stages overall, unlike Vulcan, so you don't have to fight the last boss with hunters, you just have to complete it with SJW. Now we will return and see the Demos workshop just to understand the pattern a little bit. Like for the demos too, it is overall three stages. Like first is Arc Bitch, the most toughest boss of all time. Like I think for me it is Lenore personally, because I spent 10 hours doing that, but still. So first is Hunter fight, second is Arena of Death we have to do with SJW, and third is like Abyssal Scaffold, which is also SJW fight. And since there are three overall stages, so you have to defeat demos with both SJW and hunters. So just like Vulcan, which was also a commander or like army commander or general, you can say. So Deimos is also a general of Yogurt. So he has also like overall three stages. Now if we see Yogumunt, Yogurt Berry himself, so he has also like three stages. Like first is Bedelia, which is a hunter fight, and second is Devorka, which is like a SJW fight, and then finally Yogurt himself. And since there are overall three stages again, so you have to defeat the last boss with SJW and hunters. So again the pattern is same, just like Vulcan and Deimos. There are overall three stages, and then you have to fight the last boss two times, one with SJW, and then you have to defeat him with hunter just to clear the workshop. So, like I said, both of the generals had overall three stages, and the main boss, like Yogurt and Baron. So, Baron had four stages, but Yogurt had three stages. So, what I'm guessing, they had to stick to anime. That's why Baron had four stages, because there is a fight with Metus, then there is a fight with SL, then Kaisel, and then Baron. That's why they had to like change a little bit the workshop, because they have to obviously stick to anime. That's why. And all the four bosses had a fight with SJW. That's why there are four stages in Baron Workshop, the floors that are there. But in Demos and Yogurt, there are no such thing that they have to follow. That's why there are three stages. Now, if we see the commander of arrogance, the Voltaire workshop, he's also a like commander or general. The main boss is Rockpasa. So he has also overall three stages. Like first is Lenore or Kargod, whichever you decide to do first, and then finally Voltaire himself. And again, since there are overall three stages, you have to fight the last boss with SJW and then hunters to clear the workshop. So now finally comes Rockpasa, which will be like the next workshop. I know it is in Feb, but still, I'll give you all the hints that there are. That there might be again overall three stages, and I'll tell you why. Like always, the bosses are in story mode. If you like remember playing it, so if we see the Rockpasa, like the new chapters which are coming, so obviously there is Rockpasa, and then you can see this is the boss, and you can go into story mode and search for various bosses. Like I remember there is a crocodile boss, I don't remember its name. Like I always call it Sonic, sorry Sonic, but this is the boss, so this will be one of the bosses in the workshop. And if we see the last chapter, so other than like Rockpasa himself, you can see the boss is in like bottom left, so here it is not there, and here Higos is there. So what I'm guessing, one of them will be crocodile boss, one will be Higos, and finally Rockpasa. So seeing the story mode, there is again a huge possibility that there will be three like bosses, and you have to defeat Rockpasa with hunters and HW. So now we are done with the stages. Like how many stages will be there? Either three or four, and I'm guessing it is three. My bet is on three because we saw all of the patterns and why they had to make like four stages in Baron just because of the fights and the anime. Now let's see the like elements. We will go to Voltaire workshop again. So in my opinion, for the elements, like water won't be there because water carried this like workshop, all of the like hunter stages. And if you have enough power and free run, you can even clear the last fight with water team. But I want to show you one more pattern. Like if we see Kargot and Lenore, so both of them have a element in common. Like here it is water and light, and if we see Kargot, so it is water and dark. So water is like common here. So what I'm guessing, similar will be the case with fire in the hunter stages. So fire, because Christopher Reed is coming, so fire might be the common element in the hunter stages. But for the main rock pasa fight, fire won't be there because we will have new weapons, and there might be a chance that Kamish daggers are also wind element now. Since Icarus is coming as wind, so I don't know, Net Marble can do anything. So there might be a chance that fire won't be even there in the like final rock passer stage because the fire weapons are too OP. Fire kick is too OP and dagger toss is OP. So you can imagine like we have a really strong setup with fire. That's why fire won't be there. I'm guessing that wind and light can be there, and if it is there, then we can use the Stormbringer strategy along with like Divine Quarterstaff. But let's see. So if I were to sum up, then in the next workshop, every element will be there since they're making the workshop even more easier and wide variety to like try out different hunters. So other than water, all four elements will be there, like fire, light, wind, and dark, but there can be different combinations in the hunter stages or in the final fight just like Voltaire, so we can like get soft lock by the setup that we have. And for like power requirement, so I think it will go above 4 million, though we don't have any source of power, but still whales are going 3.9 million already. And in my main account, like this account, I am currently 3.4 to 3.5 ish around, but I'm not gonna hold back. I'll keep inflating my power. Like if I show you my shadow army, though we will keep this topic for next video, like all of their armaments are A4 and most of their triangles are golden or red. But like I said, we will cover this in next video. And if you're new to the channel, do hit that like, subscribe and share and hit that notification bell. I'll see you next time. Till then, take care.